been telling me yes, man been telling me no. Lockdown, I've been.
What up,
Friends?
I'm back with more ski stuff.
Really?
Wanted to talk about skiing videos and where they're going, because recently there's been a lot of shit that's been going down, so I want to talk about it. So I'm going to keep this video relatively short. I just want to talk about different types of videos, what's wrong with them, and what isn't wrong with them, and then where it's kind of all heading in the future. So let's begin. So let's take a look at AAA first. In a film sense, I guess this is like your Marvel kind of, you know, this is like Red Bull, Faction, big company names that make big blockbuster videos, and kind of what's up with that. Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff that Red Bull will slap on their page and expect you to just eat up, and rightfully so. I mean, this kid's cracked. He's fucking insane. But you can see through the video if you watch it, and you can see it's this kind of big air, big level skiing that is only something that Red Bull could fund, you know, sending a kid up on a helicopter to fly to the top of a mountain and ski down at high av risk. And we see that's evident because he eats shit in an avalanche like 30 seconds later. It's appealing. It just looks cool. It's always gonna look cool, no matter how. I mean, unless you film it like an idiot, it's always gonna look cool. And obviously Red Bull know how to film it. And it doesn't really take much style or art necessarily. There's nothing creative about it, but it holds substance, much like a Marvel film. So yeah. Same with the Faction video, the Sugar Bowl. What I have noticed is that a lot of these videos require drone shots. So I think that's how you want to get in as a AAA movie maker in the ski industry. Is just buy a drone and you'll be okay. Alright, yeah. So next we got Art House. It's pretentious as fuck. I don't like it, really. But it's cool, I guess. So if you haven't seen Flowers, level 1 dropped 2 ski parts in a week.
What? Oh, hell no! That's... Oh, hell...
Yeah, so off the bat, I want to say I have no problem... Oh, is he riding?
Bruh.
But I have no issue with Jonah Williams. He's a great skier. You know, that is not my problem. My problem that lies with these videos is you have amazing skiing, and then it's broken up with this shit. What is this? In my opinion, it doesn't contribute anything to the video. And it just completely takes me out of what I'm looking at. It's whack. It's whack as fuck. Also, using a song from In Rainbows is a truly disgusting idea. But anyways, yeah, this is the kind of shit you'd expect to see in an art house film. You know, there's elements of skiing, but it's also really about the kind of, you know, big open shots that's behind it. Those weird flower things that they have cooking, like these bits. But yeah, and similarly, you have this one, Inferno. So this is by a group of guys called the Dasher Texture Bounce. Pretty small company, or I say company, pretty small group. And they made this thing inspired by Dante, whatever his name is, Italian poet who made Dante's Inferno. If you haven't watched this, I would highly recommend it. The thing is about art house ski films is it's not just about the shots that you're creating. It is you have to include the skiing that you're doing as well, and I think Inferno does this really, really well. The skiing isn't great. Like, this isn't some shit pros would be pulling out. It's just like dead average, you know, street skiing. But it's the fact that he is dripped out, and the camera, you know, the way it's shot in this 5:4 ratio, and he's doing like sketchy tricks, but he looks fucking cool. And then you cut back to these kind of weird open B-roll shots. Okay, that was cool. That was cool as fuck. But yeah, you cut to these weird open B-roll shots, but they match the vibe. And it works, and it tells you where they are, what's going on, yada, yada, yada. Hey, I just wanted to quickly reiterate what I was saying, because I don't think it made much sense. What I'm trying to get across is that there's a balance between the two, of kind of the skiing and the art side of it. And I think Seeing Flowers doesn't do it very well, and Inferno does. It's kind of, you need to find how the art style is going to complement the skiing. And this leads me on to my next point of good skiing won't make it work. You can't just have a good skier like Jonah Williams tearing it up in hopes that it's going to fix all the other problems. Because obviously we see it doesn't work with Seeing Flowers, in my opinion. But in Inferno we have amateur level skiing, but it works because it fits the vibe of what the video's going for. And then finally we have the Strobeck effect. If you don't know who Bill Strobeck is, he's an American street skate filmer, and he's done some heinous crimes. It's the way that small scale culture in sports is presented and filmed. But he ended up, influencing shit that like Full Pool, Fingers Crossed, and At Least, which is all new schoolers stuff. So we can have a look at that. So this style of ski videos is very chaotic. As you can see, they do stuff like this, which in my opinion I love. I love this kind of style of video. I think it's fucking hilarious. Like this kind of stuff. If you haven't watched Full Pool, go watch it. It's like an insanely good video, full of really, really cool skiing, which I love. And the runs are great. The runs are brilliant at what they do. Yeah, and it's kind of this mixture of like these whack settings, all filmed on a shitty fisheye lens, introducing our skiers like Camden Williams, blah, 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 blah. And then usually at the end, you have this great, you have a great end part and just skiing in general. Yeah, so we had Timo Berg's Bio 7 on Chads, which is
Real trap shit.
delicious business. Anyways, yeah, so this is the kind of shit. The same with the Fingers Crossed video, which is the other video that Level 1 released this week. It's that similar vibe of this kind of Strobeck cutesy, but also kind of fucked up, where they do cool shit in between doing cool skiing, essentially. So what are the pros of these? I think the first pro for me is diversity. Well, I say pros, there's one pro, it's diversity. You have a nice wide range of ski videos to choose from, and that's really, really nice, because we see it in major sports like football, golf, F1, tennis. There is one kind of way to rewatch it as a movie, and you either have big blockbuster like actual feature films that come out in cinemas. Apart from that, you really have like YouTube highlights of major games, so there's no diversity. You just have one thing to watch. Whereas stuff like this, I think the diversity, you kind of have that option with Red Bull. If you want to watch the big leagues and the highlights, you have Freeride World Tour, whatever, X Games, whatever. But then you also have really cool people out there making ski films like this. And it not only shows off the cool skiing that people who aren't in the top 1% are doing, but it's also like their lifestyle. And it's like a cool, like a Strobeck documentation on skiing and the different types of ways that different companies want to show and present their skiing. So yeah, I think the diversity idea behind the ski cinema world is a great pro, and we're always going to have that, and I'm always going to love that. The con with that, though, is difficulty finding these videos. If you have indulged yourself in ski content for a long time, then it's pretty easy, because you have ways like New Schoolers and just your YouTube recommended kind of tells you and feeds you these videos, so you can always stay in the loop, and that's really, really great. As nice as that is for someone who's been watching a fuck ton of ski content, it's not as nice for people who don't, and people who are trying to get into it. Because when I started getting into ski culture, I found it really difficult to find stuff that wasn't just X Games highlights or, the Red Bull stuff. And it's really hard to find the way in naturally, unlike a lot of other kind of big major sports that almost push and spend millions on advertising, so it's fed to you. And so you know where to find it, and you know how to get it. And that's kind of the only con that I could really find. That, and obviously it's a high risk, high reward. Some people, Seeing Flowers, release dog shit, and some other people release great stuff, but that comes. So for future, I think, well, this is kind of just a point I really wanted to get across, and something that I noticed a lot. A lot of companies tend to sponsor these videos, like Seeing Flowers. Resignol was behind that. And then obviously like Full Pool, you know, like Level 1 and J Skis were behind it. And like, yeah, like it's a consistent thing that ski companies will back up ski videos, but they don't do anything with that. They just want the name in their video, which makes sense. Of course, you want to advertise your brand, but why wouldn't you want to advertise it on your own page as well? It's not going to kill you to have more than 2 of the same video on 2 different platforms. It doesn't make any sense that the Runge have to release Full Pool on the Runge, a page with like 4,000 subscribers, and Level 1 won't release Full Pool on their page with like 40,000 subscribers. As a ski company, you want to build how you're presenting yourself as a brand, and you do that by getting into these videos. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's the same with like Rossignol. Fortunately, Level 1 with Seeing Flowers has a higher subscriber count than Rossignol, but it doesn't matter because Rossignol won't post it, and it doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't. It's a free video that these guys have made that you've sponsored. And it's not like it's affecting your brand at all. You can clearly see he's riding a pair of Sender Frees in the video. Why wouldn't you want to put that on your own YouTube channel for other people to see? It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. The only company that does it right is Faction, because Faction, for example, the Sugar Bowl video came out on Faction's page, which is great because that's what they want to do. And now you can watch that and you can understand that it's Faction, and Faction are making these videos, and the Faction is the ski that you want to buy. Anyways, yeah, as I said previously, that is a short video, quick run on ski videos because there's been a load coming out this week. Hopefully we'll do some more anyways, yeah. Peace.